Y'all, I was babbling with the mic off. My bad. Okay, so what was I saying? Hi, it's me again. It's been a few weeks since I last posted on this, but uh, yes, there have been multiple hours of me playing. I'm coming back in, hoping that I'm closing out every time I think this game is over. Uh, I finished all the side quests and then, thought I was finishing the main quest. And then as you progress through the main quest, it basically keeps unlocking new parts of the main quest. So, not as done as I thought. So this is kind of dragged out a bit. I do enjoy it, but it is a little monotonous. And the kind of navigating the missions sort of visually in their UI against traveling in the maps. I wish it were a little more open world. I don't know, I give it kind of like a B+. It's a good way to pass the time, but it's definitely not going to be like Skyrim or anything like that, right? But passable. If I were gonna like rank Dragon's Dogma or what's that one about the Inquisition? Dragon's Age? Dragon Age, top between these three. It's like Dragon Age, then underneath that Dragon's Dogma, then underneath that this. So if it's on sale right now, I think it's like what, $25? Yeah, get it, right? If you're looking for another like RPG type light. But at the same time, if you never get it, you're not really missing anything. B+, it's a B+. There are so many more better games to play. Like, you should really be playing Baldur's Gate 3 right now, if we're to be honest. But that's the sort of game that you really shouldn't be playing on console. You should really be doing it on your PC, desktop, laptop. So let's just be real. But again, if you want like a RPG light for your console to while away, the hours, and you want to do some quest hunting and you want to like get yourself a platinum or collect all the trophies, it's fine. Okay, so this faction we talked through way back. There's like the vibe is that you're in an approximation of like European culture. So these aren't countries by name that we know now, but they are approximations of France. This is a really tricky one. There is no single Arab country, right? So they don't give you a specific, you're sort of getting from the clothing and the culture and some of the language and people that you encounter, that there's a Middle Eastern contingent. It's one country in this world, but, is it Oman? Is it Saudi Arabia? Is it, Turkey? We don't really know, right? So it's not specific enough for that. It's like generic. And then there's one that's vaguely French and one that's vaguely Spanish/Italian because they are running an Inquisition. So, and then there's this native faction that has many countries within. So it's as if like you came to America and there were like 30 different indigenous countries, right? And each of them has their own king and queen. They all look multi-ethnic, which is an interesting one. Kind of hard to parse, but I know that they've made this game in a world of like needing to be DEI sensitive, right? So just like when you're watching movies and TV today, for example Bridgerton, when you're watching modern shows that show stories from the 1700s or set in the 16 and 1700s, weirdly now they're like populating the casts with like people of ethnicities that would never have been in those positions at that time, which kind of is like a weird cognitive dissonance where I'm like, oh, you're showing people with land and power who are like titled, who are black. You're just like, I don't know if that would have happened back then, but okay. So in the name of equity for the future, they're instilling storytelling with like mixed cultures. So even though this particular culture in this game, the indigenous peoples are basically echoing the Celts from the British Isles, and their language and dialect, as others have been reading, as I've been reading on Reddit and everywhere else, people are saying they're basically like vaguely Druidic, right? And sort of the language sounds very Celtic. But this is like one of the princesses. She meets us earlier on and then becomes like our friend/traveler. And I lean on her a lot to kind of help me navigate local situations with the natives who are, basically constantly at war with the invading, colonizing forces of these other cultures who are all trying to rape their land and resources, which is the typical way that humans are. Okay, so I say all that to say this faction is the worst faction in my mind. No, both the Spanish slash Italian. I don't know. I'm just gonna, maybe they're Spanish. The Inquisition one is like subjecting what they consider the natives pagans, and so they're like forcibly incarcerating them, enslaving them, and then like trying to like burn them into becoming Catholic, or not Catholic, but burn them into becoming like torturing and burning them into becoming followers of their one God religion, which you just would equate to Catholicism or Christianity. Yeah, but Catholicism in the context of the Inquisition, the Spanish Inquisition that happened in our real modern world. And so the lengths they've gone to torture and subjugate have made me unhappy in this game. And then the quotation marks Arabs, that's what's been problematic here. There's no single country or culture that they're equating, and one could argue that in history we haven't necessarily seen a pattern of this. But the reason why you would link it, like I said, to the Arabs is kind of like their language, their style of dress, and then also, in real history, right? The Arabs came up with mathematics and like geometry and trigonometry and sort of the history and science of studying like the stars. And I mean, it's not to say that not the British, the Europeans didn't also, but like thousands of years before, right? Like how did we get math? How did we get, basic initial science? And so that's what they link it to, is like these guys are the scholars of like ancient times, and they're very scientific, and they're very research driven and knowledge driven. And so in this particular game, one could, in real life, if you were to truly map this to all the cultures, like all the Western cultures have done this, right? Where they, under the name of science, do terrible things to natives to investigate and obtain knowledge that leads to strength, right? So be it like economic strength or military strength or, those two things, right? So in their world, in this particular world, well, the natives have like a biological tie to the land that could be called spiritual or magical. And this particular faction is trying to figure out how do they have that physically within them. So they've been capturing, subjugating, cutting them apart, using them as guinea pigs for science and speaking and treating them as if they are animals or different, but yet they want their power to use it, right? So so if you think about that side, it's like, oh, they're animals worth tearing apart for you to figure out and solve so that you can then take the power of them as if they are not human, and yet you as humans want to use that power. If you were to use the power, how do you not become what they are, which is not which you don't even value in the first place? Just hugely, hugely hypocritical. So that's this group, which I haven't, not that I've deeply studied the Arab cultures and history, but like through history courses and all of our sort of schooling through education, right? Like, it has never come up that these regions have like prioritized that sort of campaigning, and yet they've attached it to that vague cultural group here, which I find weird and disturbing. So there's some license taken in this game, which if you are a person of like non-majority, descent, aka if you're not Western, when I say like Caucasian Western, you might get triggered by a lot of shit happening in this game, and it may make you feel uncomfortable. So that's another reason I find it a B. On the one hand, they're doing it, I think, they're taking license. So something like that, sort of as I see it, I get a little uncomfortable on behalf, like I'm not Arab in any way, but when I look at this, I'm sort of like, is that the right linking? Should you have perhaps chosen a different group, right? Like, is that the right way to go about this? But that's the way they chose to go about it, when truthfully you might argue that like the Brits and the Italians and the Spanish and you know what I mean, like different groups all did different things at different times through history while colonizing. But is this particular group, do they have like a proven history of that, and should they be integrated in this storytelling in that way? And were they doing it for reasons of DEI and inclusion, in which case it's like, rethink that, because does that make any sense? Are they the right culture to be doing that with, given the context? Because the Arab countries were also, just like the African countries, were subjugated as part of colonialism. So right? Like the British and the Arabs have a long history there, right? So that's a weird choice that has been made. But you know, we ride along with it, and I get like kind of uncomfortable when certain scenes come up, and you're just like, what the fuck is going on? So anyway, all this to say, I am not fond of the factions, and then of course I come from my own faction, which is vaguely French. The French have had their own history with the Arabs and also the, like other colonies and colonization across the world, Africa included. So no one here is really clean. Everybody here has some contribution to the badness of like why we're even on this land. And my characters come with like these ideals of like not quite democracy. Obviously, they're all monarchists, but like my particular person is, you know, I'm making certain choices that are, in my mind, more the right choice morally, but she still comes from like one of these colonizing oppressors, and I'm trying to make the right choices with the natives along the way. So I've like earned their, you know, support. The Bridge Alliance that's marked in red is suspicious. Earlier on, I fucked up one of the quests. Like I basically played a quest that supposedly as I was doing the conclusion of it, it should have cleared me with them, and like it kind of got away with not quite giving their ambassador what they wanted, but like not having him realize it was me who fully did it. And I sort of solved, you know, it's like when you solve the problem in the front, but then you do something on the back. Like I basically did something on the back, and he wanted me to give him what he considered an enemy, and then I helped free the enemy, but made it look like that enemy ran away and I couldn't catch him. And ever since, it's been marked suspicious, and all the missions for that faction are closed off. But they're the ones that I was saying like do terrible experiments and sort of torture people in the name of science, and so I don't like them anyway. It's fine, but I like wearing. This is a very long-winded way of telling you that they have the most beautiful clothes. Again, because they're pulling in elements of like, you know, tribal patterning and stuff that is just like really gorgeous. And so I really like their clothes. The other factions are like kind of themed, like the Teleme is the Spanish Inquisition faction, and theirs is very like blocky military clothing, and it looks good, but it looks just it's like heavy, right? Heavy armor and stuff. And they're basically like warrior priests, and that's not my vibe. And then Coin Guard is a faction like you have one of my members is in the party from that faction. They're basically mercenaries. Their clothes look bland and just like basic guard wear. And then the Knots are the other member I have in my team who's basically that nautical faction. Theirs look okay, but like average or not special. And then the natives are what you're seeing over here with I put her in King's armor. She has like some ancient King's armor that I found. So yeah, it looks very layered, colored, bright. And then this is the nautical, very boring. And then me, ta-da! But so since I've seen you last, I've upgraded my pimp look. I continue to wear my this blue. The gold is from my own faction's cape. The cape just gives me like a push up on one of my attributes. So I'm trying to fucking finish this game. It's been going on a minute. So the side quests. Earlier on, like when you kick off the game, you're basically like young and leaving after your fighting education and your book education from like two different teachers, and one of the teachers ends up saying he's also coming to the island as like an advisor to your cousin who's installed as the governor, and you're basically here to like represent the governor and do his political diplomatic tasks and keep everybody, keep the relationships going well with the other factions, and then kind of solve local needs and issues. And then the other big thing is like everybody back on the homeland is not everybody, but like 60% of people are becoming ill with like what looks kind of like a virus, and they all get like eaten up slowly. They look like death, and they pretty much are behaving like they have the Black Plague. But it's not caused by rats. It's like this mysterious virus. They don't know what it's from, and all the different kingdoms are trying to solve it in their various mainlands, but no one can figure it out, and it's decimating economies and the whole countries, right? All the countries, right? So the countries are struggling to function, and so they found this new land, and they're like, can we all basically get to that land and see if there's like herbs, medicine, or cures, or something to help us figure out how to stop this, which is a very strange thought. Like if you If it's not solvable home, like why would you find something on a new land that would help you solve it? But they're all hopeful, and so they've all sent their factions to this island. So home is over here, which one could argue is like this is Europe, right? And then over here, one could argue this is like to the west, aka is it America? Is it South America? Is it Greenland? We don't know, but it's like some giant continent to the west that has been discovered. Um, it's very interesting because everybody had ships, and the no, actually that's not true. The Knots are the only ones who have ships. And so it was the Knots who sold the information to these countries over time that there's this big land, so that they, and then basically they're the only ones who have ships. And so they are transporting people and partnering and allied by money, right, to bring these different countries over. So each of the countries has installed like a faction on like different corners of the island, and all of them are kind of hunting and fighting for resources and like pushing their agendas on the island generally. Um, but since there's no one central law of the land, um, the Bridge Alliance, aka Arab contingents over here, in the old, theirs is like the first city. They were one of the first to get there. They're the ones subjugating, hunting, and torturing so that they can get like more powerful alchemy and figure out how to like practice the same powers as the natives, and then to control an open thing. Like, the natives have like ways of controlling the earth and stuff like that, and they have some magical abilities that are imbued in them physically, and so that's what the Arabs are trying to figure out. Over here is, I can't remember the details. My people are down here, and then over here is the Spanish Inquisition people. The Spanish Inquisition people are basically like trying to eradicate. If you just it's just frankly their behaviors are just showing that they're slowly trying to eradicate the natives or enslave them, but mostly eradicate them. Basically, it's like if you don't believe our religion, we're going to kill you. So that's that. And then I was taught, like, so I was taught by this one teacher who was basically like, oh, you're going to go explore this new world. I'm going too. So he's based here, but he was like, I'm old now. Can you, as you adventure, kind of trace in the steps of number one of these other scholars that was here first, and kind of find his notes or sort of evidence of like places he's been, and then like kind of collect that. And then the other one is, basically explore every area and make camp like in every inch of the area as you can find it. So exploration and cartography, it's basically like set up a camp, and the camps are easy to find. Like when you get to a place, there's usually a circle on the map that's like investigate, and then as you approach, it's like, oh, you can set up a camp here. And the camp is like visually got like a smoke signal, so you can set one up. However, I've noticed that some of these areas I can't get to because of like a lack of skill set or something, so I'm going to be dragging out the game a little bit just to like close these last two out. And then this one is following this guy's, this adventurer's footsteps. These have no visual markers. You just have to happen upon an area he happened to have been in. What's frustrating me about this is they're not even labeled visually on this list by a location. They are labeled by the name of an animal. Let me clarify this. So some of the natives, because I mentioned that they're bonded, some of the natives bond to the point of slowly becoming one with the land. And so they're humanoid, but over time they start to become Earth Guardians, is the best way to put this. And they're Earth Guardians bound to this giant continent. So they're guardians of Tir Fadi. The continent is Tir Fadi. A Nadaig Frasaman, which is like the first one. I don't remember what the fuck that is, but each of these, Nadaig is basically guardian. Don't remember the details, but if we guess, like, I don't know what Magaman is, but Glendaman, Vedaman, Manaiman, Frasaman, one of them is like a plains guard, like guard of the plains. And so they're always in an area with like kind of farmland looking shit. One of them is a guardian of the forest. There's a couple others. Now, I'm not going to memorize this, and this is tied to a different language, right? How am I going to know where these types are? Because they aren't marked on this map, right? So I have no clue. Like, so I'm having to find them just by accident as I go to places and make sure that I cover every fucking inch of the map, because they are not really linking where Frazamin are based. Like, even if you said Frazamin are based next to rivers, if I click that, I mean, Do I go to every river on this map? It's not even possible to go to every river on this map. You can only go where there's a based fast travel point. And if you explore enough around this fast travel point, you hit a wall where, like, let's say I'm just sort of giving an example. The wall on the map, sorry, it's like, ugh. The wall on the map might be at the bottom curve of the river, like as you're exploring, and you'll hit this wall and it'll be like travel, and you have no way to actually explore down here, right? So what it really means is we want you to find the animals or the guardians as based in these areas you're exploring, but the only true way to really find them is to just explore every inch of the local map. So as an example, they aren't marking where a Frozaman is on here. I just have to go every fucking where and try to catch. And let me not say catch. They're not roaming enemies. They're bound to a certain location, but you don't know where the location is because they don't mark it on the map. They don't put a question mark. There's no visual insignia. There's no way to know. So generally I found them to be tied to quests. There have been 3 or 4 that I just found on accident because I was just running around. If you're, trying to kind of triangulate, you could go into the sort of local indigenous flora fauna enemies situation, creatures. And so you like close all this, and these are the different types of animals or, monsters you fight. And then you go down here, Nadaig, Guardians of Tier 4D. So I fought a couple that I've met. They don't say exactly where they are. They just tell you what they look like, abilities, and how to fight you. But, okay. So this one is the one that flies. Vitamin. This one I fought in a swamp. And there was only the one. Haven't encountered another. I don't remember having fought that animal, this particular swamp, and left. Was there more? I don't know. I went to all the sections. There were a couple sections I couldn't reach. So I've just got to kind of like cross-reference in the back of my mind by the end of the game. Like, oh, where did I see this creature? Did I see it over here? And this is just going to involve me hunting. And I'm trying to avoid having to go on the internet and have y'all tell me by like looking this up. But that's just kind of like part of why I'm a little like this game is kind of a B level. It's not fully thinking through that like you're basically leaving it to me to try and guess and navigate this entire map to try and get to these, which is really frustrating. So it's been luck and accidental crossing of paths. I've been playing this whole game for weeks now, and I'm still only, I would say like 70% done, maybe 60, just because of the way this mechanism is. This one's better because at least like I know exactly where to go on each of these maps, even though it's not particularly clear. Like Tir Dob, I was like, what the fuck is Tir Dob? So I had to like hunt for it on the map. But some of these are like areas you may not have seen yet and they haven't unlocked. And so if you're looking for some of these, I was looking for them and I couldn't find them because they hadn't been unlocked by the story yet. But some of them are, and you just have to like, oh, I know if I go to that particular map location, you know where to generally find it, even if you can't access it. So this one I know I'll be able to solve. This one I'm really irritated by. This one I'm just like, this is dumb. So that's an example of why this is like a B. Okay, so now we're trying to save my cousin. Big thing that you missed, my cousin got deathly ill. I showed up, like I noticed him getting progressively sicker, and then one day I showed up and I was like, you look like death's door. And he's like, I'm scared, I'm frightened. And then I, I had a choice. I was like, I could work with the local colonizer factions to see if they had magic or medicine to help. And then I chose the natives because, you like, as you're going through the story, it's just a clear story, like, flag, like, we came to this land to see if they had remedies, so if anyone's gonna have a remedy, let's ask the locals. So the natives, because I'd earned their trust and friendship, were like, sure, we'll come help. I did a bunch of missions to get them to say yes. But as we progressed through this storyline, my cousin got sicker. We got him in the care of this dude. This dude was like, I'm gonna take him on a pilgrimage to go get, I don't know, he was just gonna go heal him and do some stuff, and I was away when that happened. So I didn't know he was leaving town, the safety of his court, and he went off with this guy, and when I came back to check in, they were like, oh, he was on an excursion and got jumped and has been taken. And we don't know if he's alive. And I was like, say what? So this big, like basically the guy that left to help him was a clan leader on his own right, and he was like he's basically like the best healer of all. And I was like, wait, he went with the best healer of all and got jumped. And they're like, yeah, we don't know if they're alive. And so I had to chase him down to see what happened. And when we got to the site, a bunch of people were murdered. And my cousin was missing. And then the locals had had taken the healer. And so to me, it had looked like, whoa, did the healer create some diversion to basically steal and kill my cousin? And everybody was like, no, how could you say that? Why would he have helped in the first place? And I was like, fair. So let me go hunt down where the healer was taken, and it turns out the healer was dead. He took the brunt of an attack for my cousin, and was so devastated by said attack, his whole chest was like cratered. And so they were just doing funeral rites for him. And then I was like, well, can I study his body to kind of understand what attacked him? And all the signs pointed to sidetrack. There is a high king of all the countries inside of this native land of Tier 4D. So basically there's like kings of all the different sub-countries in the native culture. They all together band and nominate, like there's like a circle of basically all the kings and queens. And then they nominate a single high king. The single high king had a wife, was living life, and then seemed to kind of get more distant. And they said he's been kind of wandering for like 6 to 8 months. We haven't seen him in a long time. We think we think that our one god is calling him to the mountain to like fully surrender to becoming one of the guardians of the island, basically. Like, because he's a high king, probably like the ultimate guardian of the island. And so they're like, from these wounds that you've described, only someone tied to like the one god would be powerful enough to have the type of attack that was used on this healer. And so the signs are pointing to the High King having been the attacker and taking my cousin. And so we're trying to trace the steps, and we talk out loud and kind of conjecture, but my character's conjecture is that the healer must have sort of gotten it in his head. Like, and I'm putting this together, my character hasn't fully put this together, but this is what I'm putting together. The people are tied to the land. Those who are bonded more strongly, which is an Olnal, which is what my character has. And everybody's like, what's on your face, right? My character has this sort of like woody looking side beard. And it's like a root system that's in my skin. And only those who have tied to the land through a bonding ritual have that. And if you are born with it, it's because your parents had bonded to the land. So everybody used to see this on my face and just pretend they didn't see it. And because I was like the child of like, basically I was taken in by nobles, no one treated me differently or poorly. But if I had been like a regular street urchin, right, I would have been tortured, probably killed as a kid. But this was sort of shielded. I was shielded from mistreatment by it. When I come to the island, all the natives are like, you are one of us, but you're not. Like, you're clearly not one of us culturally, but like, what's up with this? Like, your physical presentation tells us you're one of us. And I was just sort of like, whatever, I know nothing. But as we continue through the storyline, we learn about the culture, and we're fully friended with the natives. And so we realize, like, I've come from a mother. My mother came from here, was taken, gave birth to me in basically my homeland, or the origination, like kind of French lands. And then she died, and then I was taken in and raised. I think what we have learned and seen shows that, like, remember how I said the Bridge Alliance was trying to like torture the natives to get their power to be tied to the land, to learn how to control it? That's the typical, resource theft that happens when people want power, right? So my thinking is this: the healer, who is a leader of another clan, knows intimately, because they call him a donegad. The donegad is basically like the wise man / keeper of secrets, knows all the truths and secrets of all the rituals, and are the only ones allowed into these secret caves of knowledge. And the secret caves of knowledge are where like they paint rituals and storytelling of like the ancient truths. It's what they use to train the next donegad to kind of pass on stories of power and key information. They're the only ones who know how to write, but they're careful with what they write and where, because they don't want the general native populace doesn't want like the everyday farmer to know these secrets. And so it's only like the sort of senior people of each clan that know, and then only the senior most people across the clans really are allowed to keep and share this knowledge. So all this to say that, like, I think the donegad, who is the healer that had chosen to help me, I think he got it in his head. And what is described, my character hasn't explicitly said it, but when like we finally kind of chased everybody down to get information and kind of figure out what the fuck's going on, and we ended up chasing down the High King. And we had a battle. Sorry, you missed it. So I chased down the High King, beat him, killed him. So now, like, I lost reputation points with all the natives because I killed their High King, but I gained it back by sort of like telling them the different details. So I'm still in good relationship with everyone. But basically, like, yeah, the people were like, yeah, he was making bad decisions, but we realized part of his bad decisions were because he was really fixated on like becoming one with the mountain. And so here's my thinking, like, the High King was actually doing the right thing, but on the surface, my character was like, you're committing a crime and you're trying to kill my innocent cousin. And the High King is like, you don't see what I see. But we ended up fighting and I killed him anyway. Because instead of explaining things to me, he just attacked me. If he had explained things to me, I might have chosen something different at the time. But I can tell that they're trying to drag out the story, which is another reason I'm tortured with this game. I was like, it should really be over. But they keep extending it every time you think you hit a milestone. So the premise is this. I think that the Donegad healer that took my cousin to help him and ease his wounds was like, you know, if I bond you to the land and make you an old Manawi, it'll heal you. And he did. He was in the middle of the ritual. The High King showed up because he was like, don't do this. But it was too late. And so he was trying to kill my cousin to destroy before he fully became Onal Manawi, like while he had him weak and everything because he was sick from the illness that the Donegad was trying to help him from. And the Donegad jumped in front of my cousin and took, basically it's like the guy can do molten fire lava from the mountains, so he hit him with a giant crater, killed him, and then the High King just picked up my cousin and ran off to like the top of the mountain. I went to the top of the mountain, my cousin was like, you know, passed out in a corner recovering, and then instead of explaining, the High King fought me and I killed him. The High King started to explain but didn't say much. He was sort of like, you don't see what I see. That was kind of it. But then I get my cousin home. He's passed out for 3 days, but remember how he's super sickly. He physically gets better. I talked to him after, and he's like, I feel the greatest I ever felt. Do I look better? And I was like, sort of. But he's like, wow, this is amazing. Like, he's like, it was like when I first did the ritual, I felt like in tune with everything. I could feel the whole land, everything, and my life is beating, and I feel wonderful, and blah, 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 blah. And so my character's all stupidly happy, and I was like, oh, basically me as a viewer is like, oh, shit. The High King was saying a bunch of stuff about basically like, you have brought the bringer of death to Tir Fadi, and you don't see what you've done. So I think what happened was the Donegad made this mistake. The Donegad, who is now dead, but the Donegad made the call to basically bring this highly infected individual who has like the worst terrible disease from the mainland and connect him to Tir Fadi. It's like injecting an infection directly into Tir Fadi is what he's done. The interesting thing is when they were telling the story about when they were trying to hunt down her cousin, and they're sort of like, what happened? They're like, there are all these animals around. And there was like a couple of witnesses, like soldiers nearby, and they're basically like, we don't understand what happened, but like when I showed up, all the soldiers were decimated and there were just animals everywhere attacking. And so I was like, he connected the Donegad past this ritual with her cousin as an old Manawi, but he was infected. And so the land was rejecting him by all the animals attacking. But they killed all the animals. But because of that connection to the land, that's how the High King knew where he was. High King came and got him and was like, for some strange reason, keeping him alive. That's the piece that was weird to me. I was like, why don't you just kill him? That would have solved all this. But I think what he was trying to do was to like teach him what he had done wrong and get him to like commit maybe some other ritual or to basically solve and remove the illness so it would no longer infect the country or the land. Or maybe he was just going to explain why this was wrong and then kill him. I don't really know. But it was clear that like he was a problem that had to be fixed. And then I showed up. The High King didn't want to explain shit to me because he was becoming he was already evolving into a guardian and like in the middle of evolving into a guardian when I showed up. But he was acting on the direction of the one God. So in their land, like the one God speaks to them through, you know, the spiritual link to the land. They don't know who it is. It's sort of like this everything, ever being, everything, all of nature. And when they all die, they all kind of go into the mountain and into that space, right? So it's like the collective consciousness of all of their society and people. And the one God was basically saying, like, this is, you know, telling the High King what to do because they were trying to basically fix him as a problem, fix her cousin. And then I rolled up and he didn't want to explain any of that shit, so he just fought me. And I was like, fuck you, saving my cousin. And I killed him. So now I'm worried because my character is all like happy, da 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 da, my cousin's great. And I'm like, well, your cousin has now fucking infected this entire land, which will destroy everything for everyone, right? Not just the colonists, but also the natives and the very land that was so pure that they came to rape and pillage, is now going to be impacted by this infection, which is problematic. And my concern is that now that her brother feels, sorry, her cousin, she treats him as like a brother, but now that her cousin feels amazing, it just signals to me something's gonna go down where she's gonna have to kill her cousin. Like just real. That's the only way this could go, is like his illness is going to continue to infect the land and the land will reflect him and his illness. And it's gonna go downhill. And at some point I'm gonna have to make a choice, and I'm definitely gonna choose killing him. Just just like if I look at saving a whole physical continent versus like my brother or my cousin, no matter how much I love you, like the cost of saving your life is not worth all these lives or this land or all these cultures that came before you. So that's the choice I'm gonna make. So I don't know what promise I reminded him of, but I'm waiting. Oh, okay. So a side note. So the High King is not still alive. So I killed the High King. That unlocked that the native kingdoms all had to pick a new High King. And so they all kind of came together to kind of like state their, campaign cause. And then I went to each of them privately because I'm trying, this is the reality of politics, I'm trying to talk to the one God and understand, because the original High King that was going to kill my cousin, like didn't finish telling me what the fuck was going on. And so I'm really trying to understand, like, what is happening? Like, what happened to my cousin? Why, like, is he good? Is he bad? Is he infected? Like, what's the deal? How do I need to know more information so I can make the right decisions. So I'm trying to get to talk to the one God. And initially when I was trying to find the High King, it was for that purpose. And then the side issue was that the High King, I didn't know this was going to happen, but the Done God turned my brother into, like, bonded to the land, now Manawi, and so the High King was like not willing to talk to me. He was focused on killing or dealing with my brother / cousin versus like helping me, right? So now we have a new High King. I picked the High King. There were a couple of options, and like one of them was like destroy all the colonizers and get you out. And another one was sort of like, I just want to let all you colonizers in and make money, and who cares what happens to the land and my people. And then there was a middle one who was sort of like the black wise guy. And I was like, I like you. He sounds like he's kind of going to be a mix. Where he's like, we need to learn to live alongside of one another, but like our culture needs to remain the dominant culture. But like we don't have to like eradicate all of you, but you need to learn to operate with us. This will be hard, but it's possible. And I'm like, yeah, I like that. So I picked that one. So he, all three of them promised to give me the opportunity to talk to their one God. But he's the one that was most likely to do that. Hey. So he's like, I cannot forget my promise to you, but I need the rules of this are that I go talk to the one God first in the like central sacred place. And then you can come meet me there and we will talk and I will let you in to talk to the one God. So I'm waiting for him to finish his pilgrimage. And then I'll go talk to God, and their local God will tell me all of the things I want to know. And I'm waiting until he's done. I was trying to unlock some of these little mission spots, but it's like I don't have the strength and attributes needed to access some of these areas. So I'm frankly just killing time by talking to you. Thanks for listening. Yeah. So I'm assuming and hoping I can finally get to some of this stuff. So I'm just waiting. Maybe I can just go to a, I don't remember where his gate camp. What I really need is supplies. Whoa, I had all that money and it's all gone. Okay. Oh, I got another sword. Ooh. Oh! I don't know who this oh, he's the king that I murdered. I should probably... I fucked their king up. I feel guilty. But what we can do, what this game is saying, is I can swap out 396 to the High King's sword. What's this sword look like? Ugh, doesn't even look that special. It's very long. I don't know if I like that. I might... 330, 396. I might switch it, because his is very good, but look at how it looks slow. So I'll try it, but it looks slow, and I can't even modify it. Wait, 15! Oof. This one is dapper. This one's going to be like really, look at this. Let's just be real. Oh my god. So slow. Problematics. I don't like how slow it is, but we will try it. And then we'll move on. We'll see. Okay, so then... Can't upgrade any of these. Did I get any other things? Wait, so all that was because I was trying to see what other equipment I had, and I didn't realize I had that sword. Speak! Yeah, I really do like my little short steel sword. Yeah. I should really get it. I think I have the best gun already. Crane of the bird can. I can't wear that. It's weird. I don't really want to wear that. Oh, Storm Warrior's tunic. I can sell that one. Clothes for other things. Okay. Can I get a better... Okay. Do you guys not have good guns? Like, what... I'm broke. I'm broke. Okay. I do have the best gun anyway. Alright. More damaging, but like so slow. Okay, so what's her face? Yoda. So I put the Warrior King outfit on her. This was her previous one. Between the two, I guess we should just let her keep that, and then I can... Oops, that was an accident. I can sell these. Sure. Purple versus... Yeah, this is better. Advanced view. Upgrade. I can sell that. She could totally do better. Why can't you build shit from scratch? That's the question. Are we here already? Oh, traveling here killed time. Alright. Perfect.
There you are, Karantz.
How was the encounter?
Enon Mil Frichterman welcomed me like a mother would welcome her child. I will have to meditate on everything he told me and think about the warnings he gave. But now he's waiting for you. I will open the way. Once you are in the sanctuary, always stay on the right-hand path and keep a confident heart. Those who let doubt take hold of them and turn back risk awakening the guardians of this place. Qua Aulem Seg.
Oh. Okay, let's go make this. Oh, it's time! Time to talk to God! Okay, can I make things? What can I make? sure I'm all prepped for what's to come. Got purple on everything. Alright, we're going in! I don't even know. Oh, we're here. I'm scared. Are you scared? I'm scared. Let's do this. Oh, to the right. I completely almost went left because I'm always hungry. Don't turn back, or I will risk waking guardians. Don't turn back. Stay right. I almost forgot that he told me that. It's so pretty though. Stay confident and stay right. Don't double guess. Second guess yourself. Turning back will get me fucked up. I hope he told me the truth. What if that warning was to, like, fuck me up? You know what I mean? Maybe there's animals on the side that are gonna jump me. The journey to the lava. Okay, I was trying to be, like, all dramatic and, like, epic with the walking, but now I'm getting impatient. Stay to the right path. Don't double back. That's pretty. I'm gonna take a screenshot right quick. Like, messing with the view. So pretty. Oops. It was an accident. Screenshot. Alright. Descend. Hello. Sorry, I was like looking around corners. Ah. Why you got your knife out? Oh. Ugh. I think everybody does that shit like it don't hurt.
has returned, the flesh of my earth. You, by simply coming into being, have tangled the strings of destiny of all the other children.
I'm sorry.
I am he they call thmilin. I have followed each of your steps since your arrival.
I hail you, thmilin. I have come to you to find a remedy.
A cure for the disease of a distant land. Her affliction was to be poisoned by her own children. Her veins rot in stagnant water. Her earth now bears poisoned fruit, and her children wither and die. And still it is those same children who can heal the lands, and with them heal themselves, if they only wanted truly. They could be taught by my children, learn to give back in return, learn to heal. But for that, I must survive. I have seen by your side the shadow grow, taking form. Fed by the venom of intrigues from faraway lands, he spreads it today in my sap. To save his own life, he stole my strength, and that strength has driven him mad, because it is not made to be taken. He draws each day a little more from me, and threatens us all. His hunger has no limit.
I don't understand. Who are you talking about?
Your cousin, girl,
The
damn!
one you call Constantine. You must stop him, or there will be no cure anymore for anything or anyone.
That's...
What do you mean, how could
That's
oh my god,
impossible.
you're so stupid.
How could that be?
You must leave now. Someone has followed your footsteps. Someone has entered here without invitation. My children are waking and tracking. They will attack all foreigners. Flee, or you will be their victims.
Get out! Oh shit. And I'm out! I'm sorry! Who the fuck followed me? Oh god, the Bridge Alliance. Because they always want to know everybody's stories and steal their fucking shit. It wasn't made for you to be fucking taken. Sorry, I found the Bridge Alliance torturing people for like access to one of these secret glades, and I killed them all. They were literally killing and torturing people.
I saw a man running out of the sanctuary, and I heard the cries of creatures inside. Is everything all right? Did you manage to get the answers you were expecting?
Yes. He told me that the Malachor had appeared because of the way the colonials have treated the Earth. It is actually some kind of poisoning, and it would be possible to cure it, but I'm not sure that I understood how.
Words that come from the heart of the island carry with them a wisdom, which may sometimes be difficult to grasp. If you need help, I would be glad to be of assistance. My clan knows how to heal the Earth.
Thank you, Dunkus. I suppose I just need time to
This
think.
girl is not particularly smart.
You haven't told me everything, have you? There appears to be a storm weighing down on your forehead.
I had
It
to
is
kill my
true,
cousin.
but it is something I must verify by myself.
I see. Do not hesitate to come and find me if I can help you. Qua aulum secarans.
Goodbye.
Got to kill my cousin! I thought I had to do a battle. Glad to know I didn't. Who the fuck ran out of here? Hmm? Do I have to hunt down this person? I bet you it's a Bridge Alliance person. Oh, is this how I just came down the hill? It is. Okay. Okay, can I access anything else? Is this the only way to be? Yeah. I never explored the left side. But that's okay, I did what I was told. Let's honor what the native god says to do. Okay, so where am I going? Yeah. I don't gotta form about shit. He probably gonna try to come kill the king. Or the god. Take all the power. You gonna have to kill your cousin, girl. Can't you tell? Shit. The signs are clear. I like how you try to act so naive. The patterns, girl. Even if you were raised by these people, do you not see the patterns of the humans on this island and the shit these other factions be doing, including your own people? Come on. Come on. Can't. It's triggering. Okay. Ooh, I have a lot of shit in here. I think... Who can wear this? Can he wear this? Oh, incompatible. Well, if it is, then I'm just gonna sell it. Saber of the same piece, same thing. Broadsword. Well, that's better than the one I've got. That one's crazy. 517 versus... What do I have? Oh, they're the same. It's Vin bars, though. It's kind of dirty, but I should run around with the Vin bars shit. Okay, so strength 4. Sacrificial sword. I did use this before. I liked it, but it could be my little collection. Hammer of the Forgotten God. I'm gonna sell these. Elegant tricorn. Okay, let's sell this other shit. Your cousin's out of control. He's probably out there trying to take her. Now he feels great. He's like, I'm not stoppable. Unstoppable. I can take everybody's shit for everything. Did we not take it? I'm gonna go sell this ish. Around the corner.
Come closer, good people.
So broke. I want better weapons.
Welcome.
Yes. Saber of the Sea People, Grand Saber of the Far East. Hammer of Forgotten God. Do you have any better guns? Nope, I'm broke. Ooh, they have a better one. Wait, is this what I have? Oh, I already have that rifle. Expedition Leader's hat. Ooh. Inquisitor, Merchant. Merchant Naval's Tricon. Slightly better. What does this one do? Expedition Leader's hat. I don't know, I look like that looks like it belongs to the Inquisition. I don't like it. See, this is the turban. So this is what I'm talking about, the Middle Eastern vibes. Like, the turban gave it away, and the style of dress. What else do we have? I'm broke. Can't afford any of this. Commander's gloves. Not as good as what I've got. Boots. Grenadier officer's cuisses. Keep fucking up with looking at this. I hate this menu. Blind Cape of Telemi. Bridge Alliance. Alright, so mine are still the same. And then Ciora. How are you doing, Ciora? You need some... I think she needs better boots. Slightly better. Oh, she can't wear this. Fine.
Thank Thank you for your visit. See you
Ooh,
soon.
treasure. Okay, Valvigay, we have to go talk to my cousin. See if he's being shady. I'm pretty sure he is. And then my character's constantly like, what? I don't understand. Note that the character's the same, they just let you change the gender, so... In my case, I've made her a she, but basically this fundamental character is a dumbass. Constantly confused by very obvious things in front of her. Wait, why? What do you mean? You already know that he could perform that ritual, and that ritual is only to be performed by natives who understand the culture and are stewards of the culture and the land, and can be trusted with that power to be tied to the land. Your cousin has none of that. Belongs to a third party external from another land colony, or sorry, source country outside that's colonizing this place. Why should he ever be linked? I don't know what happened here. Like, that Donegad man should not have ever shown him. I don't understand why he gave him that ritual. It's crazy. It's some foolishness. Now we're about to destroy everything because of that dumbass decision.
My fair cousin, I'm so glad
I'm
to
sure
see
you are, you dumbass.
You're right on time. We have visitors, and your advice would be most welcome.
You should be killed.
Let me
That's my
introduce you
advice.
to the emissaries of the Bridge Alliance and Teleme. Seeing them both in the same room is rather surprising, isn't it? But please, your excellencies, explain to us what brought you here.
Sire, I have come to humbly request your help. We have been sustaining terrible attacks.
Really? Are the natives behind this again? Unless it is those traitors of the guard.
We aren't sure, but it is almost certain that the natives are involved.
Because y'all need to
Governor
fuck out their
Burren is
country.
hoping that you could send him your cousin, as well as some troops.
It would seem that we are in a similar situation, sire. Our city has been sustaining terribly violent assaults, and our losses are great.
Oh,
Our
suddenly.
Mother Cardinal is
Suddenly you
begging
want
me to
help,
send
even
her
though your
some
people have
help
been out
as
there
soon
raping and
as
pillaging.
possible.
Dear allies, knowing that you are in such a delicate situation fills me with sorrow. However, the size of our troops has greatly reduced after the horrific attempt at a coup. And regarding sending my cousin, she's already very busy undertaking a mission of the utmost importance, without even mentioning the fact that what you describe fills me with fear for her life, which is most precious to me. No, I really don't see how I could be of assistance to you.
Constantine, we cannot remain deaf to the call of our allies. I'm sure I can find the time to go and evaluate the situation.
I would love to accompany you, but my people are being wrongfully accused. I am certain of it, and I want to prove it.
Very well, my dear. You know I cannot refuse you anything. But remember how urgent it is for this antidote to be found. We are so close to it now.
Don't worry about it. You know how important this mission is to me.
Well, this audience is coming to an end. I hope that you realize how grateful...
Absolutely, sire.
And may the enlightened all...
Oh! Bro, you need to die.
Constantine.
My adorable cousin, I am always happy to see you. What news do you bring?
I finally managed to enter the sanctuary at the heart of the island, and I was able to talk with thmilin.
How marvelous! Tell me about it.
The sanctuary is heavily protected. Only a High King can open it.
I remember you saying that Vimbar's death wasn't going to help us. How did you fix this problem?
I had to interfere in the natives' elections and earned the trust of the Pretender, who seemed to be the best choice.
You really are an outstanding diplomat. My father is an old, bitter man, but he was right about you. Tell me, who did you choose?
Duncas. He's the king of the village of Vigigadol, and a Donegad full of wisdom.
I'm certain that you have made the right choice. And then what did you do?
I was able to enter the sanctuary. It was an incredible experience.
It had to be. Oh, how I envy you. Entering the most secret places on this island, talking to a god. What does he look like? Is he some kind of very old and very powerful Donegad?
No. In fact, I spoke to an extremely large tree. As strange as it may sound.
Fascinating. Fascinating. And I thought that gods were always old bearded men. Did he tell you where the Malachor was coming from? Is it a curse that he cast upon the first settlers?
No. According to him, we are responsible for the emergence of the Malachor. By exploiting the Earth so much, we have poisoned it. And the disease has contaminated us through the water we drink and the plants that we eat.
Strange, and yet it seems plausible. So, there wouldn't be an antidote?
He says that the Earth can be healed. That his children know how to do it. I suppose he was talking about the Donegada. He also said that by healing the Earth, we would heal those who live on it.
This is a fascinating revelation. It won't be easy for our neighbors to accept it, however. I'm afraid that even my father might receive it with skepticism. Did he tell you anything else?
I'm torn, y'all. I gotta look this up. I like, do I tell him? Shit, now I can't find my phone. Please hold. Okay, the internet is not helping. It's basically saying there's no difference. I'm just gonna tell the truth.
Yes. Something rather disturbing. He talked about you. He said his existence was in danger because of you.
Really? But that doesn't make any sense. I never hurt anybody on this island. Unlike our neighbors, I have never abducted or tried to convert islanders.
I don't think that's what he was referring to.
Cousin, please, you know me. I have made some mistakes, but I never threatened anybody. The only person who I put in danger is you. And you know how sorry I am about that.
Yes, I do know.
Forget about it, will you? This god manifestly wants us to pay for the sins of our fathers and to have his revenge for the invasion. By sowing the seeds of discord between us, he's probably hoping to weaken us. Do you realize that you have succeeded where everyone else has failed? The whole continent should be thanking you. Is there anything you would like to tell me?
By linking you to the island, dumbass, when you're filled with a disease.
And come back soon.
I like how we're not allowed to talk about that. It's like, why can't I just say you're tied to the island and you shouldn't have been, and you're full of disease and that's infecting the island? Huh. Pretty straightforward, dude. That's how biology works. Mm. I don't know where we're supposed to find those enemies to fight them. You can't even see how much money you have. There we go. I still broke. It's hard to earn money in this game. I sold all those amazing swords and still only have 300 bucks. Yeah, and like, look at the architecture. That's my point about Moorish architecture. Why would they have sent their own governors? They wouldn't have they just sent like a emissary? It's weird that they were actually there to see him in person. That's dangerous.
Lady de Sade, I've been hoping you would come.
Your Excellency, I heard news of the attacks against Hikmet.
We have had our differences, but none can deny your incredible efficiency. You must surely know that were we not desperate, I would not trouble you with this.
I'm listening.
Animals, creatures have been attacking us
Yeah, because they gotta
relentlessly.
get rid of them and
They
your
throw
fucking
themselves
infection.
upon our defenses day and night. They do not even try to avoid our weapons, rushing as if to swamp us in infinite numbers. Our best soldiers fall exhausted from fatigue, the others die shredded by their claws. Please find the origin of these attacks and make them stop. If we cannot hold out, the entire population of Hikmet will be devoured.
We should
I
let
sent
it.
a small group of trackers so that they might follow the trail of the creatures. Their last message came from a dangerous area in the hands of natives. The savages are certainly at the root of these evil attacks.
No, it's
Who
the
else could have trained
infection.
all of these
They
creatures?
want it out.
Could you indicate the zone in question?
Alas, no. I didn't get the information. She's leading our troops in the outpost. Be so kind as to keep me...
I would like to broach a rather unpleasant subject. Your treachery.
I beg your pardon. I am at a loss for words.
Have you forgotten that after sending me to save your savants, that you then again sought my assistance? According to you, I needed only to convince the Tiana Hakadaktas to provide us with a remedy. But you used me like a pawn, seeking in truth to capture her.
I cannot understand why you are reacting in this way. I was certain that the witch doctor would refuse to help us. They have us marked down as enemies.
Because you are enemies.
And I had good reason to believe that you would not resort to physical persuasion.
You shouldn't use physical
you were even
persuasion.
ready to use brute force against your own allies.
Whatever do you mean?
After wounding the Tiana, your spy attempted to kill me, Excellency. And you dare to tell me that my anger is exaggerated. Can I remind you that to assassinate a legate is to declare war against her sovereign?
I never... I promise you that I had no
I forgot to
intention
come talk
for
to him
any
about that.
harm to befall you. That man went beyond his orders, I assure you. I implore you, please accept my sincerest and profound apologies in the name of the Bridge Alliance.
I can only give you the benefit of the doubt for now.
Why?
Your Excellency. In the meantime, you need not keep a candle lit for the return of your sire. He paid for his audacity with his life.
He would have been made to answer for such infamy, I assure you. Once again, I apologize sincerely.
I'd have been
for
dead
this
if that
crime.
was the
It should
case.
never
So
have
whatever.
happened. In any case, we need to get our hands on this woman.
There never was a remedy. It was a wild goose chase. Perhaps even some sort of machination.
No. What a shame. Would you like to speak with me about any other?
I have taken care of your problem with the caravans. The merchants should now be able to reach Hickmet.
Captain Rainhild has sent a message to that effect. You have done a great service for me. Though there is something that bothers me. I was told that you met these savages and then let them go. They showed no mercy at all with your own merchants.
The congregation is not in conflict with these natives, and has no wish to begin one.
Ah, your famous neutrality. Well then, you have solved the problem, and I would be discourteous to deny it.
My pleasure. I imagine the captain must...
Indeed, and I am extremely worried. An attack of... We have the means to repel these savages.
Perhaps there is another... The natives have clearly expressed their wish.
I see where this is headed. But a few natives are being held in the prison of the coin. But a handful of warriors does not seem to justify an assault of such commitment.
They were not speaking of just a few soldiers, but of kidnappings. The victims are only villagers.
This is inexplicable. We have taken no villagers. Of course, we answer their attacks in kind. And at what use would we have for a...
Might it be possible that these kidnappings have taken...
I doubt that. But of course, it is all... If that were the case... Since you have been of such service to my people, and this would you be of a mind to leave... Capture a few of these savages. We must understand what is going on.
Very well.
Would you like to speak with me about any other subjects?
I'm over it.
I have to go.
Farewell.
I like how we started out with, you tried to kill me, and then I was like, sure, I'll run some errands. Okay. Every time I think this game is over. Apparently I hadn't talked to him in so long that all that shit backed up. But it didn't tell me to go talk to him. I was just like, y'all on my shit list too. Fuck you. Straight to the left. Do 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 do. Did I go the wrong way? Yep, I did. Oh, it's infected. Oh no. Shit is going to hell in a handbasket. They're all infected. I'm stuck in a corner. Okay, did I just get pushed through a wall? Oh my god, I got pushed through a wall, y'all. Shit. I was just trying to run past them. I don't want to fight them. Oh, that was a waste. What the fuck? Why are you not fucking throwing this properly? That was a waste. I'm kind of annoyed that I wasted that. Sorry. I didn't aim. It was weird. It's like, these materials cost money. We're in a recession. Checking my phone, please stand by.
Poison on my blade. And let's go!
And I'm out. Goodbye. I don't want to fight them. Oh, shit. Oh, I can't pass. That's dumb. Really? Slow. They're infected. We need to kill our cousin.
You managed to make it through. A group of these enraged beasts managed to get past. Yeah, my men are exhausted. Our situation is getting more. I don't suppose I need to warn you about the.
Actually, that's why Governor Burren said.
And I hope that he'd sent you. It looks like all we're good for is dying to protect. But you wanted to ask me something.
Like I said, Governor Burren is...
I'd like to see you. Indeed, I was ordered to send out a party. They were supposed to find the bastard who's been sending us these...
Can you tell me which way...
Sorry, Your Excellency, I won't tell you. You have to understand. I hope that those who are here with me now are my main preoccupation. Not to mention the fact that if this outpost falls, so you can go and tell the governor that if he wants me to...
I understand that your situation is desperate. That you want to take... But it is not simply about me saving a few men. It is about... By getting to their root cause, I intend to put an end...
You're right. I'm sorry, these attacks have... They went towards the west, where the...
Are you talking about the Donea Extragal?
If you like. The governor who has sent my men... This isn't the first time that we've tried to find them.
I see.
Good luck.
You can count on me. Could you tell me again what it is?
We were supposed to receive a ship. If you can bring...
Do you know where this...
From your city, New Serene. The caravan transport... It must have been attacked.
Very well. I will...
The three of you won't be able to bring the crates back by yourselves. Please, hurry.
We're departing right... I must go.
Goodbye, Your Excellency.
Soldiers, are you the ones who were supposed to help me search for the caravan?
Yes, Your Excellence.
We're ready to leave as soon as you...
I'm ready. Let's...
We'll follow you.
On the right road? This road?
Here! There are tracks of a heavy carriage. They must belong to our caravan.
Let's take a closer look.
I hope that those who are accompanying the caravan are still alive.
You have witnessed the violence of the attacks we're sustaining. They must all be dead. I'm more worried about the potions. If they're broken...
Bit of poison on my blade. And let's go!
Oh my god, I keep dodging that shit. It's not working.
They're all dead. They were told...
But the cargo is still here.
As for the carriage, it's damaged. Do any of you know...
There's a lot of work, but...
The beasts may come back...
I'm starting right...
And don't worry.
Bit of poison on my blade. And let's go! Bit of poison on my blade. And let's go!
Oops, mistakes. Oops, did it again. Who are you shooting from all the way around the corner? Oh, I died.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
thank
did
God.
what I could, but it should hold.
And now we'll have to drag it all the way to the outpost.
Let's depart before more beasts arrive.
Here you are. I don't know how to thank you. With this ammunition...
It was not an...
Here, take...
Thank you, Captain. I must go.
Goodbye, Eric.
I need to bang it on my traps. I've never heard anyone. You're slowly infecting everything. The animals have lost their shit because of this. mission. Yeah! Ugh. Nightshade. So you guys said you gave me some rewards. Elegant pistol, I can sell that. Scarlet studded armor. Studded green heather captive armor. Sell that. Brown brigandine. Hmm. What does Vasco have on? Oh shit. That was an accident. I put the wrong things. Sell that, don't sell that. Gunner's Cape, plans to go. Guard Cape, Sailor's Cape. Menus, man. Okay. $19 magic, 15 elemental. Should be good. I want to make more elemental. What do we do for elemental? Pine resin. We are out of that. We're about to get jumped. What's up?
Who are you? What are you doing here?
Are you the scout sent by the governor of Hikmet?
Can't you tell?
He was worried that he wasn't getting any news from you and asked me to find you. He wants me to help him put an end to the attacks. Have you discovered anything?
Yes. A camp of rebel savages. They must be the ones sending us the beasts. And these barbarians.
You may be right, but I know the leader of this camp.
You knew of this camp? Why didn't you inform the governor?
Because I'm a diplomat, not a scout. You should go back to the outpost now. I'll take care
That's
of
your
all
job,
this.
not mine. Like, bitch, it's not my job to keep your boss happy. He is not my employer. Okay? Oh my god, all the way down here again. Okay. The journey continues. I don't know why, but these little piles of leaves are fun.
I wanted to speak to you about the assaults that Hikmet and its outposts have been sustaining.
Assaults? We have nothing to do with it this time. My men are not ready to attack the big city.
They're not being attacked by men, but by beasts. Dozens of them.
So, they are also attacking the Renaigse. That's a relief.
Shit going to hell in a
The animals are
handbasket!
attacking us as well. They throw themselves
They
at
are
any
enraged.
man
Y'all brought
crossing their
infection,
path,
disease.
as if they were enraged. They even
want
throw
all the
themselves
humans
at
off the island
camp's
now.
Defenses. I had never seen anything like it before.
Gotta kill my
We need
cousin.
to find out what's making these beasts so aggressive before they overpower this part of the island.
We? Do you want us to work together?
Why shouldn't we? Don't you want to stop this too?
That's true.
Mal! Our guardian! He had changed!
Oh, God.
He is attacking our own!
What? Come, follow me!
I already started when your brother got burnt.
Bit of poison on my blade. Then let's go!
Where's she going? Can I jump down here? Oh no, I can't. It let her jump? That's some bullshit. It's not letting me fight. Ugh, I gotta fight these things first. jump down now? Here comes the Guardian. Oh god, is she dead? No. I don't think that was supposed to happen. Oh, I don't like this. Oh no. I don't think she's supposed to be dead. I left her down there too long. Don't let me jump. No, she died! Oh, fuck. No, 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 no. Oh, I died. This is problematic. Load, we're gonna load. Fuck! Oh my god, it won't even let me fucking like... No, she's still dead! Okay, we saved one, but not the main one. Fuck! They don't let you heal, people. Okay, I think I'm gonna do this over from the beginning. Because they're like all trapped in the corner and they won't let me jump down. I was chasing her, she jumped. I'm just gonna try this again. Ooh, and I'll save earlier.
I wanted to speak to you.
That's what they even... We need three? That's...
Mal!
What?
See, it's not letting me. Why do you get to jump and I don't? Dumb. I'm trying to figure out, can I, when you... The game has some weird mechanics where I can't, you notice I can't select anything? It's not letting me target any of them. I was able to shoot it. It's not even letting me select them. In any way? I don't think I am. Okay, it's weirdly, I'm not aiming at them, but it's still letting me hit them. Not them! I want to help girlfriend! God, no way. still alive. The game is buggy, y'all. I'm just trying to jump down there to fight. And I have to keep doing this because it's a one-shot. All the guns are one-shot versus the modern world where you can do a magazine. One shot per shot. See how they're still fighting, but their health is low? This is very weird. Be dead. Look at him. His health is like negative, but he's still fighting. Both of these things are supposed to be dead. Oh. Yeah, it reset all their health. I was like, bitches, stay alive! Oh, are we all alive? Fuck. No, she died anyway. Oh, man. Oh, okay, there's no... I'm not gonna keep trying to do this. Wait, actually, wait. Let's try this. I don't think there's any way to get to her without saving her. Like, I literally saved all those people except her. And the battle up to this is so... I'm gonna try one more time. One more time. Because I'm stubborn. Whoops.
I wanted to...
Then what do you think? Free?
Why should...
No!
I will...
What?
Bit of poison on my blade.
Accident. Mm. Oh my god, are you still...
Bit of poison on my blade. happened to our Nardine?
I kept everyone alive!
I'm sorry. It left me no choice.
You fought bravely and you did what you had to do. Our guardian had changed. It no longer recognized its children, and it was something really bad.
It looked...
Guardians don't get sick.
And yet you and I saw the same thing. What are you doing?
Who are these Renites? Spies?
They only came here to discover the source of the attacks.
And they thought we were responsible.
Why are you still here? You should have gone back to the outpost.
I'm sorry. We were uncertain that we could trust you. You said you knew these people, and then we heard cries, and saw the giant creature attacking their camp. And we realized that it was this creature who was leading the beasts.
And you discovered that we weren't to blame.
Yes. I'm really sorry.
You said you knew these people, quotation marks.
If we let them go, they'll tell their leader the location of our camp.
You. Are you prepared to swear that you will never speak of this place?
No.
You saved our comrades and maybe our city by
I'm gonna
killing
tell
this
him.
beast, so...
Can't trust these fools.
Yes.
You've already
We
betrayed
swear.
us multiple times.
I
I've left
hope
some of
that
them
they will
alive
be
and found them
true to their
torturing them
word.
before.
Fine. They can go.
We are extremely grateful.
The last time I let you guys do
Thank
that,
you,
you
darling.
fucking killed people.
Now,
Ugh.
I'm
just gonna have to be my cousin. My cousin gonna have to die. I feel good though, I kept her alive. I was like, she's the queen of the fucking country. I can't do that. That would be such a fail. This game is never ending, yeah. Un momento, por favor. By that. What the fuck? Why's my shit just exploding? If I let it sit too long, it just explodes. I'm glad I kept that lady alive. Yeah, it's weird. All the other factions, I'm just thinking back to that Arab leader, how like it never, apparently I had all those quests that were like unclosed. All the other maps told me to, turn stuff in, and this one never did, so I thought I didn't have to. Whoops. Very odd. Is there a chest? Of course not. Okay. Not even some fucking resin on the trees. Why is this little nook and cranny over here if I ain't got nothing in it to take? Jeez. Okay, I'm lost. Is this the way I came? Didn't the guardian live in a cave? Where was he living? I've already been out here. Okay, well, at least there was that. I was way back. I got like a point. Character point from coming out to that little situation. Look at him all sickened. I wish we could take photos and be like, look, you see what he got? He got that from you. Because you fucking connected to the earth, bitch. Causing disease for the whole fucking island with your bullshit, cousin. We got to kill you. I'm sorry. It is what it is. Hella bad. That's where I was. How the fuck do I get out of here? I already did that dead body ritual. Wait, do I talk to them again, or is that it? I think we're done. Okay, so go straight. Get out of here. I like how these animals don't look infected, though. Resin reloaded. Give it to me. Give it to me. Oh, each one of those gives 3. That's good. Help it. Ooh, I used a lot. Still low on supplies. Okay. Hikmet. So where'd that go? They look all wounded and shit. Oh my god, give me some. You don't have any pine resin? Mm-mm-mm. I do like walk right out my front door. To the palace. Ugh. See, here it's having me come back to tell him what happened. Ooh, snacks. Fruit, nuts, cheese.
Your Excellency.
I've been told, yes, that the attacks... Was it the native?
No, they were not the... The animals answered to the call of a guardian. I have never seen anything like it.
These creatures normally protect the natives, answering their call. Why did this one attack them? Are you certain one...
I don't think so. The guardian looked sick. No native would treat such a creature like that. There's no doubt that someone is behind these attacks.
I suspect you will lead the...
Your cousin.
Take this to thank you for your...
Thank you.
Would you like to speak with me about any other subjects?
I have to go.
Farewell, my lady.
Huh.
Respectfully, Your Excellency.
Governor Burren, if we could find... I need to locate...
No, they don't attack often.
Captain, the patrol we sent to the west has...
I may have spoken, although it might still be possible.
Perhaps you would allow...
Corporal.
Of course, Captain.
You will lead...
At your command, Your Excellency. Are you ready to go, Your Excellency?
Born ready.
Yes. Let...
I just keep going. Oh, did he die? my god, did he go all the way back? So annoying. And we try it again. Oh, I can at least level up, huh? Max agility. Endurance. I don't really need that. Accuracy. What's this one? Willpower, mental power.
Are you ready to go?
Yes.
Alright, I guess I should.
Let's not waste any time. Bit of poison on my blade. Let's see if you can ward off this fate. Let's not waste any time. Let's not waste any. Let's not waste any.
I've been here before? Yes.
Let's not waste any time. Let's not waste any time.
I was here way back. No, I'm right. Okay. Oh yeah, I found these bodies before but didn't know what was going on.
Yes. Maybe they managed to. We should look for them.
I'm in trouble!
This man needs.
Allow me. There. That should be better.
Thank you, madam. Without your help, I would probably have died here.
Tell us what happened.
You deserved it.
We came across a group of rebel savages. It was a massacre. A few seconds later, only I managed to drag myself here.
Was he captured?
They headed north to Frazonegan. But in the state...
Your Excellency, please.
We'll take care of it, but not you. You must help your...
Ooh. Do you have pine resin? I'll give you some jewels. What'd you give me? Another elegant pistol. pistol. Oh wait, I can sell it. Did I not take it? Oh, offices Aquaribus, Arquebus. I feel like mine is better. Yeah. 585. I can sell that. What about Vasco? What kind of gun does he have? Oh, he can't use it. We're still ahead of Whoa.
There's our group of rebels. The soldier they captured looks dead.
Quayes.
My name is Desardet. I'm the legate of the
I know who you are. What do you want to say?
I want to talk to him about the abductions and to...
You would be the first. How do we know you're not just saying that?
I am not part of the Alliance. My only goal is to help me.
I don't believe you, like all Renaig say.
Siora?
You know who I am, Sengots.
Yes. You are the Donegat of Gai's Rad, the daughter of Bladnid.
So you know that my mother fought lions to free our people. And she lost. If anyone can prevent you from meeting the same fate, it's my friend.
I believe you, done very well. Tell me when... Are you ready to follow me?
Let's go.
Like, that's the whole reason I came to this corner, to find you, Holmes. Where are you going? Why is he stuck?
It's this way.
Let's stay on guard.
What are you afraid of? That the Donea Exregal have set a trap for us.
It's this way.
I'm like, yeah. We're at war, aren't we? I see pine resin. Oh, look at him
I'm letting
whistling.
my comrades know we're here, so that they let us pass.
Lies. He's like, jump him as soon as I walk through.
Follow me. We are almost...
Have I been here before? Damn, he got hella far in front of me just trying to climb that ladder.
It's this way. Come on.
Yeah, I've definitely never been on this map. Yeah, this was blocked before. It was killing me. It was a ladder. You can only get up by that ladder.
Come on.
Yes, I'm here. What do you want me to do? Oh, you want me to fight these for you?
It's this way.
Is it? Because you're not moving. Ah, here we go. Here's the camp I couldn't access. Beautiful.
This is our main camp. This is why I hope I am not wrong.
So, here's the famous rebel camp. I hope their leader can tell us more about these abductions.
Pretty cool, fresh water. Oh, whoops. I exited. Your house is more pimp.
Who are you and what are you doing here, Anaikse?
My name is Desade. I'm the legate of the merchant. I came to talk to you about the abduction.
And how did...
I convinced one of your men to bring...
Please, Mal. Explain to her what you know.
Well, I'll tell you what we know. Then many seasons ago,
Sinolmanawi started to disappear. Lions attacked the villages and took them with them. We never saw them again. They were either crazy or so injured that even our best Donegad couldn't do anything. So we counterattacked and captured some of their soldiers. And we learned that they were taking our people to a place they call a laboratory. It is there that they torture and kill them. They talked about experiments.
Experiments? So that was the reason for all...
Alert! The lions are attacking!
Traitor! It was you who led them to us!
No, I swear. They asked me to...
Then prove it!
The Alliance betrayed me as much.
No one's to follow me around trying to get permission to kill everybody. War!
Bit of poison on my blade. And let's go! Bit of poison on my blade. Then let's go!
I'm stronger than yours, bitch.
You have fought bravely.
The Alliance is the ally of the congregation. Taking your side was not a decision I made lightly. But Governor Burren used and betrayed us, and he will answer for it. Please, wait before you attack. I will do everything to dismantle this laboratory and release your people.
I trust you.
Goodbye.
I don't have time to talk. I must prep.
Have I been down there? I have not. Which means I must explore. Come, little birdies, come. Oh yeah, he said he buried some shit I gotta find. I don't know what this infirmary is he was talking about. Are we still fighting? I don't think it's the same ones. Wait, what did he say? Where's his note? waterfall. Okay, second. I already got that. This is the waterfall. It is pretty, very pretty.
Bit of poison on my blade.
Look over here for no reason. I do not remember. Yeah, this was blocked before completely. Like, basically I got down to here and couldn't do anything. So that's the ladder. And I couldn't jump across before. Oh yeah, that's it. Yeah, you can't even get up here. You had to go this way. But then how do you climb up the other side? Vigor. That looked like a jumping down point, but from where?
I need a bit of practice.
Like the wall I'm facing is here. I feel like there's something over there. I can't get to it until I'm at a higher level. Yeah, it's like a treasure or something. Okay. Those people weren't there before. When I first came to this wood. And it is a trek to the... Oh, should have fast traveled from here. It's fine. No, is this the one where I get all lost and shit? Yeah, it's actually harder to get to that camp. Super roundabout and painful. So I'm just gonna go back to town. This one's more straightforward. all the way back. Doo-doo. Damn, they're out of pine resin too. Come on! Oh, hi. See what this dude has to say, and then we wrap. I'm still not fucking done with this game. I was so sure I was gonna finish it in this run. Now I have to like retitle the video. I'm sorry. It was a tease.
Lady de Sade, what?
Enough with the formalities, Excellency. Did you order your troops to attack while I was negotiating under a white flag?
I assure you that I have no idea what you are talking about. The Alliance? I'm sorry. It is now clear.
You mock me, Excellency. I can't believe this matter slipped your vigilance. Everything the Donea Exregao have told me has proven true. Your men attacked and carried off natives. I witnessed it. According to what I've been told, they are taken to a place where experiments are carried out, where they are tortured.
It is true that I knew of the existence of this laboratory. The place is dedicated to research on the Malachor. If a remedy is ever to be discovered, it will happen there. But I assure you that I was not aware that...
Allow me to doubt your sincerity, Excellency. I intend to pay the place a visit. Who don't...
Our most... Certainly his legend precedes him. He is the master of York. Would you like to speak with me about any other subjects?
I have to go.
Farewell, my lady.
Do we look forward to that? I don't look forward to seeing you again. This motherfucker be fucking me in the back every time I turn. Alright, and with that, ugh, these people. Just, everybody lying to me left and right. Did I pass my house already? Where's my house? Went the wrong way. Alright, Afra. Well, the journey continues. Until next time, probably tomorrow or sometime next week during the holiday break. Yay! I will return. Thanks for watching.